Welcome back to another workshop edition. Yeah, we're back in the shed again. This time we're building like a multi-sluice. I've got some gravels I need to wash. This will actually probably come out after I've already washed those gravels. You've probably already seen this thing in action. But anyway, this is the build video. So I've got all my little parts cut out and ready to go. So this is sort of little clamps and stuff, little ramps. This is like the little water head. So I'll fold that up, fold it into a bit of a box, and that'll go on the top of the sluice. This is the main body of it. Unfortunately, when you get aluminium, it comes pre-scratched, so not impressed by that, but anyway, what can you do? I have put a film over it to try and protect the surface you see. This is actually painter's film they put on windows, so we'll see how it goes, because I didn't have it when I done a little micro, so we'll see how it goes on this one. Anyway, this is going to be the biggest fold yet for the folder. This is 1.6 mil, and it's a whole 900 wide, so we'll get in the folder and we'll see how it folds. Righto, the first thing to fold will be the body of the sluice. So we'll get that all set up and clamped down. Yeah, guys, and this episode brought to you by Two Brothers Prospecting. Seriously, if you haven't seen Two Brothers, jump over, check out the channel. They're a couple of good guys. They do a real good job. Do a lot of high banking, doing a bit of detecting lately, and yeah, getting a bit of gold, so they're doing well. Anyway, guys, let's just get this clamped down. Alrighty. I've got the headlamp on because the lighting here for this is not really good. So to make it nice and accurate, and it's just putting a little bit of pressure on it. Hopefully it will be nice and straight. Yeah, it's at 1.6, put a little bit of pressure on it, but seems to have done pretty well. Nice. So I do want to get this pretty accurate, so I can, if I want, put a 3 mat in it, so for later use. But yeah, I'm pretty happy with that. And we'll get the other one in. Oh no. Alrighty guys, there you go. One body of multi-sluice. So, and that's a bit boring. I might cut the ends round there at some stage, because I do like a bit of shape, as you know, and that is square and boring. So I might trim that up. But yeah, now I'm going to fold the box up that goes into here, which I call a water head. I don't know if that's what it's really called, but anyway, it's a distribution box to even out the flow of the water. So we can put some matting in here and run some gravels through. Alrighty guys, so I've already got them marked out. So I've got 3 folds this way, 2 folds that way. So I'm going to do these first. I'm going to cut these notches out. And then fold, 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 and hopefully it will fit. That's the plan. Plans are good. Now this I'm making out of 1.2 mil, so not as thick. So the little folder loves this stuff. If you haven't seen the video when I made this, yeah, this is all spring loaded, so I don't have to sort of pick it back up again. And yeah, there's those folds. Make sure it fits in before we do all the cuts, and then we do the folds that way. Hope it turns out good. Alright guys, so I have cut the 45s out of it now, so we should be able to fold it, hopefully. I've not folded something with this many bends, so I've only done a couple of bends. I'm chucking in an extra one, so I'm not sure if it'll get right round, but this is where these little jigs come in, because these fit in there. So into that gap, which will allow me to fold up with these coming up beside the jig here. So without this here, they would bind, so hopefully this all works. Righto, so there you go, that fits in underneath there. So now this can slide in. Let's go for it. first fold done. I fully expect this to bind up actually. Alrighty, so the next fold, I think this is going to bind up against here. I've got a little bit of metal I might stick under there to raise this up a bit higher for the next one. I'll see how this goes, but I might get into a bit of trouble. Bend this up. Yeah, so it's going to hit there. Not all bad, we can get around it. Let's sit that up in there. I'll be somewhat right, I believe. Yeah. That one goes up there. Alrighty. Now we're getting somewhere. So, I'm not a sheet metal worker, as you can probably tell. And this is all homemade sort of gear, so there you go. Not looking too bad. You gotta fold this one up, and that's the last fold. Punch it down. Hopefully this will pass under. Oh, you bugger. Can only get this one to here, but being this is only 1mm aluminium, and I've already put a brake in it, you should be able to just roll it over. There we go. A little bit rolled. So I don't think I'm entirely happy with the finish of that, but I cannot get inside of that, so this will have to do for this one, but I'm going to have to think of something different for future. I'll get set up now to make our little clips to hold our mats down out of these guys. Alrighty, this one is like a little hurdle, the water to ramp up and over when it comes out of the water head. So it's going to put a tiny brake on the ends. So I want a brake on it, so just a little tiny dip like that. So just put a little brake on it like that. I want another one on this side. There's another little one there. Now I want to bend it backwards, 90 degrees, actually, or thereabouts. This is where I can't do zigzags, so it's pressed down this plate, so put a bit of pressure on it, but I can't put a lot on it. Wind this down. I'll start to put a bit of a bend in it, but it shouldn't flatten or do any distortion there. We'll just go up. About there. So this is the little ramp. The water comes out of the distribution box. Water comes up over that, flattens out, and then runs down the sluice. So that'll do the job nicely. So it'll just bolt down like that. Alright, this guy, a little bit different. So this one's going to have a few zigzags up and over and a clamp down to hold me matting. So I'll put a little brake in it first. The brakes are just really for a little bit more strength, so because it's only 1.2 mil, just a little good brake. Alright, you want another little brake on here. Do this one. This one's sort of the bottom. Okay, the next one's got to go up on about a 45. Yeah, so this one's to lock down some V-groove matting, and I might put some artificial turf in this one, just something different. So I'll clamp that, and I want to go up on about a 45. Okay. Now I want to go again on a 45. Hopefully this bracket works. It's a bit of a make it up as I go along. This is a prototype, so prototypes change. We're going to 45, how does that look? Alrighty, so I want that to clamp down and then up onto a thicker mat. So material up and over and down we go. So that's the shape of that one. So I think that should work. So it's going to drill a hole through there, or maybe up on here. I'll drill a hole up there to clamp down on the material, the matting, and yeah, material can run up over there, be caught up there. I'm going to have V-groove here as an indicator mat. Basically that will sit somewhere about there. the sluice box. Let's start hot riveting this water head together, I think. Alrighty guys, I've got to fit the water fitting, so this will have a thread on there. This, I actually put a T-junction in here just to distribute the water a bit more evenly. It's just so it throws it sideways and fills the box and it just doesn't blast straight out. Look, and it's another way to retain this in the back. So basically I drill a hole, put a bolt through that, stick this in through here. Hopefully get it in there. There we go. That's in. I've got a little nut just fitting on. Probably could add a little bit more space there. Let's do that up. All done. Alrighty, so I just cut a bit of pipe so I can join that onto there like that. Water connection fitted. I'll just run a bead of silicone around here just to seal that up. It's pretty neat, but it will leak, so I'll do something about that. Alrighty, well that's just sitting in place, so not too bad. I did want it to stick up a fraction. I didn't want it level, but it'll probably go down a little bit. It's a pretty neat fit around the back there, so once I put a bit of pressure on, put some hot rivets in, that should be pretty good. There's a sort of gap for our water to come out of there. Alrighty guys, I'm going to get some clamps on this, start putting some pot rivets in. These are rubbish. They are junk. I can't believe they're just falling straight out. I don't know what was wrong with those first two. They didn't get grip, but now they are, so I don't know what's going on. Nice. Rightio. One little ramp, one little hole. So I've drilled a hole through, 1/4 inch bolt. That will sit right about there. And a little wing nut underneath. So this serves two purposes. One, as a ramp for the water to flow over. Two, I'll chuck the V-mat under there and that will pin the V-mat down. Here's a bit of a close-up of that little ramp. So that will also retain the V-mat. So, alrighty. We'll get the next clip in. Here you guys, the next little one. I've already drilled the holes. So that will go in there. Wing that underneath. Alright. So that will not be that tight. That one will sit up and retain the AstroTurf or a fake grass, and I'll put expanded mesh over that one as well. So I've got a 300mm mat. I'm going to put a V-mat and the balance will be the fake turf. Alrighty guys, I'll get that cut and we'll see what that looks like in it. Well, there it is. That's the V-rib mat fitted. That was the easy one. Now for the fake grass and expanded mesh. And this little sucker's just about done. Well, here it is guys, all done. Might chuck some legs on it though, but for the most of it, here it is. The new Gold Thingy Multi-sluice. So I'll have to get hold of Kez's Creations. She does my sticker work for me. I'll get some stickers to put on the side of it. But there it is. Got the fake turf, expanded mesh, and 2mm V-groove matting up here. So that'll be indicator mat. You can see how that water is going to come out through that gap, up and over, away we go. So we'll have to give it a crack, won't we? Well, here it is, all done. So pretty happy with it, not too bad. I might round some corners off, they're a little bit sharp and square, but for the most of it, I think it's going to do a great job. And I've got a bucket full of gravel to run through it. So by the time you see this, you may have already seen it in action, but I will add that sluicing to the end of this video, just in case you don't see it, but do jump back and have a look at that last video. You'll see this little guy in action, but yeah, I think it come up pretty well. So, alrighty guys, well that's about it. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers guys. God, look at them all. Oh, there's a bit of gold. And that is a lot of lead shot.